Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. I'm gonna call this messy hair day, you guys. Look at this. This looks wild. I'm going with it though, I'm rolling with it. I brought a hat. I could have done a hat, but then you guys are like, why do you wear a hat? And I also didn't have a hat that was a snapback. And if it's not a snapback, then I can't wear it backwards. And if I can't wear it backwards, it looks like I have a big Quasimodo juggernaut head. Point is, this isn't about me. This is about Tom Girardi, who's looking at the prosecution, and we got to break it down. But it's not just that. Because I don't like to come in with just a negative video. I literally just did a very negative video. So maybe that's not true either. No, I'm a liar. You can call me Adam Heather Gay Newell. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, you guys. We're also going to talk about Lindsay Hubbard and her new gorgeous little baby and all of that too. But we're going to start with the bad so we can end off on the good with the good. Let me just get into it. Smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's start with, well, like I said, the bad. So thank you to All About the Real Housewives. They ended up coming out with a new article saying prosecutors are seeking 14 years for the sentencing of Tom Girardi. If they give him 14 years, and I don't even mean to sound like morbid about this, he will unfortunate. Well, he's not going to. He won't live to see outside of prison. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't know how to say that without like people being like, "Oh my God, Adam, that's so rude." Once a high-powered attorney representing clients in landmark cases, Tom Girardi's career has crumbled in, well, what they're calling a spectacular fashion, culminating in his conviction for stealing millions of dollars from his own clients. Now, federal prosecutors are calling for a 14-year sentence for Tom Girardi. This is according to the Orange County Register. They said this dramatic fall from grace has captured widespread attention as Girardi faces a prison sentence for orchestrating a large-scale fraud scheme that devastated vulnerable individuals. Tom Girardi, who once stood as a prominent figure in class action lawsuits, now finds himself in a legal battle of his own because the 85-year-old former attorney was convicted of 4 counts of wire fraud after it was revealed that he embezzled millions of dollars from his clients. Now, some of whom had suffered from catastrophic injuries. Like, do you guys remember Joseph Ruiz Gomez, who suffered over 90% of his body being burned? Or also the Boeing plane crash victims, the PNG gas pipeline explosion victims. You had car crash victim. Literally, it's not even like he stole money from like divorce settlements or people. It's like this was not a Robin Hood situation where you steal from the rich and give to the poor. This was the complete opposite. You stole from the poor, the people who are like suffering the worst shit that can happen to you in your life, people who are literally like going through life-changing events, losing family members in plane crashes, losing, their looks in a burn. Joseph Ruiz Gomez suffered in a house fire. 90% of his body burned, can never work again. His girlfriend died in the house fire. All of this is traumatic. He doesn't look the same. He can't talk the same. He will be going through rehabilitation his whole life. He got maybe, I think it was like 12 or 14 million dollars out of this settlement, which is still shit compared to like, if you compare that with him being in his 20s at the time to the rest of your life and what that looks like going through it the way that he has to go through it. How do you enjoy 12, 14 million dollars? You don't. You want to know why? Because a lot of that's going to be going to medical and to surviving and figuring out how to live. But he doesn't get that option. He doesn't get that option. You want to know why? Because Tom Girardi stole the money and then took that money and gave himself a lifestyle that he didn't deserve for him and his wife, which is garbage. Sorry, I get so annoyed over this. But hold on. So now, Tom Girardi again. Oh, I cannot stand this man. Back to him. Prosecutors are arguing that the stolen funds were used to fund Girardi's lavish lifestyle, which included private jets, must be nice, golf memberships, great, jewelry, art, while the people he was sworn to protect were left without the compensation that they desperately needed. The charges stem from Girardi's years of theft from his law firm's trust accounts, a betrayal that prosecutors say is both calculated and devastating. In court filings, they argue that the lawyer's actions represent a cunning fraud scheme that harmed the very people who sought his help in their most difficult moments. The case has left a trail of victims, including clients who endured horrific injuries or tragic losses, and has destroyed Girardi's reputation, which once made him a household name in legal circles. But Tom Girardi's defense team paints a different picture. They argued that he is no longer the formidable lawyer he once was. The 85-year-old who is suffering from dementia now lives in a memory care facility, unable to care for himself or even remember the trial that convicted him. His legal team suggests that prison would be an unnecessary hardship. An unnecessary hardship. I guess that's a matter of opinion. Instead, advocating for life in a medical facility where he could be monitored as he faces his declining health. When I say, you guys, and I'm very, very cognizant and aware of karma, and I don't wish ill on anyone because you don't want to. You don't want to talk bad about people. You never know when it can come back and bite you in the ass, or when you might be in a situation. Like, I know I'm never going to be in a situation of defrauding people for millions of dollars. I'm not going to be in that situation. But I don't know if I'm going to have dementia one day. I don't know if I'll have Alzheimer's, and I hope I don't. So I don't want to speak poorly of that. But like, when I say karma works in such an insane way, it really freaking does. It gets your ass. You don't get to do whatever you want in this life. You really don't. It'll catch up with you. But hold on. Again, instead, they're advocating for life in a medical facility where he could be monitored. They point to his age, the severity of his condition, and his lack of violent offenses as reasons why he should not face a lengthy prison sentence. So instead, let's put him in a medical care facility. If you guys don't know, the one that he's in right now, I believe that they have 27 meal options, from steak to lobster. They have lasagna. They got chicken parm. You want to do a pork chop. You want some mashed potatoes with gravy. Nothing like prison. But you know what? He doesn't deserve a lengthy prison sentence because he's never been aggressive. He's just aggressively stolen money from tons of clients. In their sentencing recommendations, Tom Girardi's defense attorneys emphasized that their client has lost everything, good, including his wealth, his law firm, and his once sterling reputation. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you do shitty things. They stressed that Tom Girardi's fall from grace is a cautionary tale for attorneys nationwide, urging the court to consider his deteriorating health and role as a first-time nonviolent offender. I know we're not buying this, you guys. However, the prosecution is not swayed. That's what I'm talking about. The federal government has called for restitution of nearly $3.8 million in a long prison sentence, and they argue that Girardi's betrayal was not just a financial, but moral situation, as he preyed upon individuals who entrusted him with their most sensitive cases. Their statements paint a picture of a man who used his legal expertise not for justice, but to line his own pockets at the expense of his clients. Now, Tom Girardi's criminal case has also sparked controversy over his former ties to the entertainment world, with his estranged wife, Erica Jane, who you guys know from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Also, by the way, she has not been charged in connection with any of these crimes. However, the couple's divorce and the public fallout surrounding Girardi's legal issues have kept their relationship in the spotlight. And in the wake of the scandal, Girardi's once thriving law firm, Girardi Keese, collapsed, leaving behind more than $500 million in claims. But the prosecution only wants like 3.8 in restitution. Sounds like 3.8 in a 14-year prison sentence sounds just right to me. A medical living facility. He's never going to pay the restitution, so it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. He can't afford to pay it, so just lop that off. It's not like Jen Shaw, who's going to pay it by the time she's out of prison with her husband, and if not, it'll be paid like 2-3 years after, like a Teresa Giudice. The 3 point whatever million restitution will never get paid. It's never going to be paid. I say, why not? And this is not the justice system, and I'm not running the justice system, but why not line up all of the victims? Why not line up everybody that he stole from, everybody who had to go through hardships, everybody who had to figure out how to bury their loved ones who died in the Boeing plane crash, everybody who had to figure out how to pay their medical bills because the money that was given to them that they won in a lawsuit, it was taken away, and they never actually saw the money because the money was it was funding his lavish lifestyle with Erica. Why not line up all of these people, however many that is, let's say 40, 50, 60, and then let's take a poll, like a jury. Let's take a poll. Do you think he should spend 14 years in prison or 14 years in a medical care facility with 27 food menu options and a nurse and somebody who's going to feed you and wash your ass in a shower? I think it's a great question. Anyways, I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and keep an eye on my Instagram and TikTok today because I will keep you posted on other things. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.